All right, so when you're going to your closing, probably a week, maybe a couple days before, you're gonna get a CD from your attorney, and there, at the bottom of that, there's gonna be a cash to close, and a lot of people don't understand that you can't actually bring physical cash to close. Harrison, would you mind explaining why you
Of
can't bring
course, of
actual
course.
cash to close?
So, one of my very first closings, I had a situation where I was hitting every single point on the final CD, the final closing disclosure. As far as the monthly payment goes, here's what your total loan amount is, and then at the very bottom, here's your cash to close. So that's exactly how I set it to the customer, and this person was buying their first house. So they were also bringing 20% down. The day of closing, I was unable to make that closing, and I got a call from the attorney's office saying, "Hey, we've got your client here, and they have brought $33,000 in cash in a briefcase." So ended up working out. They ended up closing, but that was one of the last times I said cash to close. Now I go to funds to close,
Yeah.
so people don't have the confusion of bringing actual cash, because most attorneys are not going to accept that.
Yeah, the reason they're not going to accept that is just because it's so much of a liability for them. You know, if they do 10 closings a day, they're not going to sit back and count. They're not going to sit back and count $300,000. You know,
Right.
to distribute out. It doesn't make sense to them. It's not realistic. When you see that cash to close at the bottom, that is a amount of funds that needs to be in your bank account or readily available to be liquidated for your cash to close for your down payment.